Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another morning liberation guided meditation and stay two of the water fast. So, those of you that have been tuned in, I water fast 4 times a year for 7 days straight. Try to water fast 1 day a week. So, if you think about that in total time, it's a little less than 3 months throughout the whole year in which I'm water fasting. And if you haven't yet, this is an amazing practice that not only allows you to burn through a lot of karmic debt and really just tap into that effortlessness that we're experiencing in our morning meditations, but it provides you the space to really just liberate yourself from a lot of things that hold you back from your peace and calm. So I always suggest everyone try to this little experiment at least once in their life because it transforms you. It changes you in such a different way. So let's go ahead and get those last few wiggles out and we'll get going here. As we close our eyes, I offer you this loving invitation to eat, to utilize your breath as the tool it is of nourishment, to take in the air, the prana, the chi, all of life's vital energy around you. And in your breath, transform it into vitality, your own life force. And like a plant simply resting in the sun, allow yourself to be nourished, not only in the body, but in the soul. As we ease all tension and continue our rest, we simply sit or lie down and lie within ourselves, rest within ourselves, and sink deeper into ourselves. Our first few breaths with the tap of the bell will be long inhalations and an effortless, calm exhale. Allow yourself to feel the rhythm of the body take over as you simply watch. Ensuring your exhale is as slow and as long as the inhale. Allowing yourself to simply rest like a still pond, allowing all ripples to fade through inaction. Our next 3 breaths, we take deep inhalations and we force the exhale out through the mouth. As you expel all tension again, take a deep breath and force the exhale away from you. Once more. We transform these breaths into pure energy to refuel, renourish every cell. With the tap of the bell in our next inhalation, we exhale a powerful and loving Om chant with our attention fixed in the heart. As your attention shifts to the silence within, We allow our attention to fade as the bell drops away, shifting to the space and silence, simply marinating as we are. Like sleep, we simply lie back and let go of all expectation as we feel ourselves, as we witness ourselves shift and drift into this calm, infinite space within us. It's here that we allow all to be as it is, paying no attention to any activity of the mind, the emotions, or the body, but simply resting in ourselves. The pureness of our own being. It's here we allow ourselves to tap into that shining light of love expanding from our chest. And it's in this knowing that it's radiating from our true source. That single point of knowing that we call me, that we know as I. What we seek to seemingly uncover in meditation is who we were before we took on the identity of who everyone around us calls us. It's letting go of the learned behaviors of others and coming to discover the true nature of your pureness. For this game of life is a beautiful dance, a great mystery which is ever going this process of unfoldment as we seek to discover more and more about ourselves and our source. It's here we must recognize that each of us simply lives the life we're dealt. And if we go unquestioned in this life, we suffer. We attach ourselves to this roller coaster, this ride of highs and lows, ups and downs. We have moments of happiness, and we lose it. Meditation allows us to come home to the ground of being that is pure joy, to the warming light of love, so you may recognize all experience for what it is. It's here we come to understand and know what that Christ-like energy is, and what all religions were pointing to, that all spiritual teachers talk about. For the effortless nature of our own being rings true for all. This is the beauty of life. This is the beauty of this experience we call meditation. For each of us holds a key and has a doorway to walk through. And all we need to do is look inward. For our questioning is the key, and our seeking out of answers is the doorway. It's here we recognize the power of meditation, which is why it has been hidden from us, wrapped around with things for us to discredit. And for many, it is the reason there is natural tension opposing it. For meditation liberates us from the grips and control and the influence of the ego, our conditioned self, this imagination that has taken on the identity of self. And we have unknowingly and inappropriately invested our sense of self and beingness and identity with these clouds that simply pass through us, the sky itself. Here we must understand the only reason we continue these patterns is because of belief in them. So what happens when you change the way you see thoughts? What happens if you see them as otherness? What happens when you question their origin? And what happens when you figure out who you learned them from? You are already what you are. You are already that in which you are seeking. And it's here we dissolve the seeker itself to recognize that the journey has never been something outside of us. The journey begins when we truly stop to look in, ending the external search, assuming that whatever happens outside of us can heal and transform what's in us. But no matter the experiences you live through, it is the knower of them, your true pureness, that holds the power of liberation from past pains and suffering. We must allow ourselves to learn. We must allow ourselves to simply be. And lay witness to the beauty in which life is always presenting us these opportunities to discover who we really are. To tap into the pureness and eternal within us. Come to understand your timeless nature. Come to fall in love with the silence and effortlessness of your true self. And quickly watch all internal feedback drop away. So silent you could hear a pin drop and bouncing around. And as you rest, you simply hear life around you. As the internal feedback causing misperception to fade away. Allow yourself to take a deep and loving breath. Simply hold the inhalation as long as you can. but shift your attention inwards towards your own observation. Don't worry about the body. Once your focus ends, it will take over the breath on its own. If you find yourself seemingly controlling the breath, come back to that long and deep inhalation and shifting your attention inwards towards your observation of seeing itself, towards your hearing, towards your knowing. What is it you feel? What is it you witness? It's here we finally recognize the true meaning of letting go. That all tensions, all stress, all suffering is like us holding on to a hot cast iron skillet. The moment we put it down, the pain will cease. Just as too the moment we let go of our affection for thought and emotion and sensation, they drop away just as quick as they arose. With the next tap of the bell, we allow ourselves to take a long, deep inhalation and a loving and effortless sigh of relief. Allowing the breath to drop, the body to remain empty. And again, we repeat this inhalation and sigh. One final breath and sigh. Our final breath this morning will be a long, deep inhalation, allowing our lower stomach to expand as we draw in air into every inch of our body. As we let out an effortless om, or if you prefer, a sigh for our exhale, as we allow this natural vibration to ease the body, to prepare it, and to protect us throughout the day. And that concludes our meditation for this morning. You may open the eyes or keep them closed. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you felt that rest from sleep carry over and liberate yourself from any tension that you observed upon waking. And as always, I hope you were able to recognize and tap into that effortlessness that is you, the purity of our own being. And again, it never leaves you. You are it. In those moments where you think it all goes away, take a breath and come home. All it takes is a moment to recognize that everything you're seeing is just that, the scene. To identify you are the seer. To remind yourself of what you experienced during your moments of stillness and rest. What you've known when time goes by like that. And simply be as you are, letting go of all the current happenings to remain as the unchanging pureness that never leaves you. Because it is you. We believe ourselves to be something that we're not. That's why we suffer. Meditation allows us to have the opportunity to witness what we are, to experience it firsthand. So remember, your meditation doesn't just stop once we open our eyes and stand up and go about our day. It's a presence that we carry with us. It's the questions that we have downloaded into us, those yearnings that we apply throughout the day. And of course, it's the revelations in which we assimilate into our being and carry out through everyday action. Knowledge means nothing without application. So to sit here and learn things and not utilize them, it's another form of self-sabotage. You got this. I believe in you. I know you got this. I love you so much. Thank you again for joining me. Hit that thumbs up. Enjoy your day. Peace.